back then, nobody was talking about the drastic difference between the Cowboys home and road splits. Nobody's making anything of that. I honestly fought Hamilton on it because I was like, there's not anything to this. But now, after the beatdown in Buffalo, everybody's talking about why is this a defining characteristic of this team, their inability to get it done on the road. Well, let's take a look at how wild that contrast actually is. We whipped this up. Cowboys 7-0 at home, 3-4 on the road. That's crazy. But it's the underlying numbers, guys, that make it a bit shocking, okay? They're scoring nearly 20 fewer points per game on the road. They're averaging over 100 fewer yards per game. And most glaring of all, the big indictment, the smoking gun here, is that the point differential is crazy. Plus 171 at home, one of the best we've seen. It's 1 point behind the undefeated 2007 Patriots. That's unbelievable. On the road, they've been outscored by 4. Okay, this is as dominant a team as we've ever seen at home, and like they're not even middling. They're like below average when they're on the road. So that's really shocking when you look at the numbers. The Cowboys, where are they this week? Well, they're packing their bags. They're going on the road Christmas weekend to Miami, and this is a chance. This is an opportunity here to rewrite the narrative. And it's a problem. Listen, they're going to have to solve this problem if they want to make a road to the Super Bowl or a play at it. The Niners, they're really close to locking up the 1 seed. You saw Debo was smiling ear to ear. I've never seen that man in that good. He's always in a good mood, but that was a great mood he was in. They're sitting purdy. They really are, okay? And if the Eagles win out against the Giants, the Cardinals, I punned myself into a corner and I didn't even know. The Cowboys, hold on, let me get this straight. I have to get this right. The Niners, they're closing in on it. That looks great. And the Eagles win if they beat the Giants and the Cardinals, and they win out, the Cowboys drop into the 5 seed, I think. And that's not good, okay? They would almost definitely have to play a playoff game, literally every playoff game on the road. So we'll see how they look in Miami this weekend. Right now, looking a little scary for the boys. I'm on vacation. I the giggles. Guys, Devin McCourty is coming on the show. I love Devin McCourty. I love him. I love what he's doing with NBC. We had him on last year and had a great chat. So he'll pop on and say hi to Gronk too. I'm not going to count it as a surprise guest because Devin's going to analyze a lot of things in the league and I'm going to have some time with him on my own. If you have questions for Devin McCourty, whether or not you're a Patriot fan, I mean, Devin can talk about anything that's going on in the league. Eagles fans, I'm sure, have a lot of questions about what's going on in their backyard. Okay, we also got to talk about what's going on in Baltimore right now because Lamar, listen, we gave him his flowers, but they got a defensive tackle on a historic season, and he's totally flying under the radar. Let's talk about Justin, the strip sack. Can I just see it, please? Let's take a look at the strip sack. I mean, this is Trevor Lawrence going down Sunday night. I had the alternate language broadcast of this going, and it sticks in my head because the enthusiasm on this was insane. Justin tied an NFL record by picking up at least half a sack in 11 straight games. That's as a defensive tackle, people. He's a former third rounder. He had 8.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons, but he's completely taken off in this Mike McDonald scheme. And if you look at the company he's joining here, 11 straight games with at least half a sack, pushes him in a tie with Trey Hendrickson, who we love, who's a madman, and that 95 yoga doing Chris Jones with the Chiefs for the longest streak in NFL history. And it puts him ahead, guys, of legends like Michael Strahan, puts him ahead of Javon Curse. And by the way, Chris Jones and he now, the only defensive tackles ever that have had streaks of even 8+ games, which is insane. So not Aaron Donald, John Randall, as terrifying as he is, not even him, just those two. So not a bad thing for a contract year. And I love that. And it's really one of the biggest reasons. And he's been why the Ravens have this #1 ranked defense in the NFL this season. So can he make things tough for Brock Purdy on Christmas night? And I just got to tell everybody, after we had Debo on yesterday, I'm not usually I'm a company woman. I like the NFL always, but I'm not always a fan of NFL on a Christmas day. Or I know the NBA goes crazy on Christmas. I'd like to rather not do that, but this is the best Santa gift ever. This game that's going to happen between these Niners and these Ravens, and Debo only got me more excited for that when he was on their show yesterday. Finally, there's a lot of focus on the Chiefs' offensive frustration, the demonstrative nature of what's going on the sidelines and such, and the sort of vitriol directed, understandably so, at one Kadarius Toney. I think we're underreacting to the fact that in all this, and all the Taylor Swift, by the way, Dumas saying they're getting engaged. I'm just saying they're going to get, has he asked for her hand in marriage? That's what the streets are saying. I don't know. But I will say in all of that, all the hoopla, Patrick Mahomes, frustrated as he is, he's found his number one receiver over the last month. Why are we giving that some love? That's what we're underreacting to here on a Wednesday. Rashee Rice, people. Let's take a look at the production. Read it and weep, okay? Over the past 4 weeks, Kansas City's second-round pick ranks top 5 in every major receiving category. His 32 catches over this span are one behind Michael Pittman for the league lead. He's averaged more yards per game than Jamar Chase and A.J. Brown. He is top 5 in touchdowns and has hauled in an absurd almost 85% of his targets. Only Jamar has been better over that stretch. And I don't want to talk about Jamar because he's banged up and not playing, and that makes me very sad. So Rashee Rice deserves some love here. This is when it matters, okay? Because he's getting stronger and stronger every week. The numbers are going up. All of a sudden, he's doing some wide receiver one things. Why aren't we noticing? We're seeing here from the last time we played the Raiders, if there's one thing I've learned, it's we should never underestimate Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. LaShawn McCoy knows Andy Reid better than a lot of us do. And he's not worried about this Chiefs team finding their way. And if Rice can keep building momentum, and if he can build chemistry like this week to week with Patrick, watch out. This offense is going to start clicking, and we're all going to be, talking about Rice and Travis and wedding bells and all these things come playoff time and a potential Super Bowl run into Las Vegas. All right, it is 9:08. No, it is 8:08 Pacific Standard Time. We're going to have a lot of fun on the show. We've got Gronk. I'm going to hit the chat. This Justin Jefferson interview, is he going to be a Bengal? What does he say about Jamar Chase? He almost threw a touchdown. He wants to throw in again. Does it happen against the Lions? Does he will this team with Nick Mullins into a playoff situation? Do not miss it. We'll be back here on. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe right here. Do it now for the latest from Up and Adams.